Hi, I'm Chris. We're taking a look at this year's PSAT. It's the 2014 PSAT Math Section 4, question 27. And here we see this diagram of a triangle, and they tell us a few things. I'm going to try to color code this a little bit so that we can follow along. They tell us that DE and AC are parallel. So hopefully you can see those arrows there indicating that those two lines are parallel. And then I filled in the other values given in the question. They tell us AC is 7, AD is 4, DB is 2, and BE is 1.5. And they're asking for the length of BC, which is this entire side over here. So let's color code this a little bit. The blue will represent the large triangle that we have, and the red will represent the smaller triangle that we have. And with triangles, when you have one triangle inside of another, usually you'll see that the lines are parallel, especially for PSAT, SAT questions. That's how they'll display it. And that means that if these lines are parallel, these angles are the same, which means that these triangles are similar. And what do we know about similar triangles? So hopefully you're saying, similar triangles, there's some relationship between the sides, and that's true. For similar triangles, it means that the corresponding sides are proportional to each other. So something like AB, the long side of this big triangle, compared to the short side, will have the same proportions as the long side of the big triangle over here compared to the short side on that one. As long as you line up the corresponding sides, you'll see that they are going to be the same. So when they are going to be proportional. So when we go to solve it, if we take this side over here, the entire thing is 6. And over here, the entire thing, we don't know the exact value, but it's 1.5 plus x. And from there, we can plug in and solve. We have 6 over the short side, 2, is equal to 1.5 plus x over the short side, which is just 1.5. And as we simplify and solve, here you could cross multiply, but you could also simplify first. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we have this. And when you multiply 3 times 1.5, you get 4.5 equals 1.5 plus x. And since we're looking for the longer side here, we're looking for 1.5 plus x, you could stop there, and that's actually going to be your answer is 4.5. But to go ahead and finish out solving for x, you have x equals 3. But remember, if they're asking for BC, that means that you do have to plug that value for x back in, because BC is not just 3, it's 3 plus 1.5. So the length of BC for this problem will be 4.5. Now I want to set up this proportion in one other way, because a lot of students say, oh wait, but I did it differently. I did 6 over 1.5 plus x. Is that wrong? And no, it's not. It's perfectly fine. And believe it or not, that's actually something we really like about similar triangles, is that as long as you line up the corresponding sides, it doesn't matter if you line those up horizontally or vertically, as long as you maintain the same sides in the same positions, your proportion will work out. And let's just illustrate that briefly here. So if you did 6 to 1.5 plus x is equal to, and then you did the short sides to each other, 2 to 1.5. When you go to solve for this, if you cross multiply, 6 times 1.5 is going to give us 9. 2 times 1.5 is 3 plus 2x. And when you solve, you subtract 3, you get 6 equals 2x. And x equals 3. So it's the same as what we got over here. You would then need to go ahead and plug that back in for x and add that on to 1.5 to figure out the length of BC. But the key here is just making sure that you don't worry about how the proportion is set up. Just as long as you have the corresponding sides lined up, either vertically or horizontally, then you'll be in good shape. For more, please feel free to watch our other videos, and thanks for watching.